Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to this unboxing. This one I saw when it was being created. I love the artwork. I didn't back it on Kickstarter, but I was waiting for this to come in to its pre-order status, or once she had sent all the decks out, that she would be able to determine how many were left, and I was able to get a hold of one, and I am so happy. I don't know how many she has left. Let me just say that, but I'm happy to have it here. And it shipped really, really quickly. So here it is. It is the Peculiar Pathways Tarot by Lennox Rees. And I am really, really excited to have this deck in. So let me just go ahead and take all the stuff out. I don't know what, whoops, I just bounce my little camera thing. I don't know everything that the Kickstarter edition came with. I feel like this is a pretty good amount here of what she sent, you know, like these little things. I don't know if there was any other like stretch goals that she had included in her Kickstarter, but she did send this, which is a big postcard of the Hermit, and then a bookmark. I love bookmarks. And this little card here, and another card here. I did order the set that came with the book. So she does sell them separately if you don't want the book. I did see a walkthrough and a pairing video from Tegan over at Cosmic Creeper. And I had just ordered the deck that morning when I saw her video, and I was really excited because you know, I saw it on Kickstarter. I looked at it, I wanted to back it, but I didn't. And like I said, I've got it here, and I'm really, really excited for this. But looking at Tegan's video, I really wanted the guidebook. So you can buy, I don't know if I said this already, you can buy the guidebook and the deck separately. But I really wanted the guidebook because of the way that the guidebook is presented. I just thought it was really cool. And the way that she matched things up for you in this guidebook just seemed like something I really wanted to have. Now, she does include some replacement cards, and it says you may or may not need these for your deck. Use as you see fit. I don't know exactly what the deal was with these. Like I said, I did see Tegan's video, but a lot of the times when I say I see them, I'm listening and I'm doing stuff at the same time, or I'm driving and listening. So, and I can't remember what the exact case was here. Sometimes I'm waiting in a parking lot for my next class to start. So, anywho, I don't know exactly what these are for. I don't know if they're alternate cards or not, but let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. So, according to the Kickstarter, the cards are, oh, look at that. That is so pretty. That's really pretty. I like that. I like when they pay attention to detail in the box. The cards are 2.75 by 4.75. They are 350 GSM. They are matte with UV coating, and they have a smooth linen finish. At least that's what she had in her, oh, smooth or linen. And this is obviously a linen. Oh, guys, these cards are so nice. They're so good. And it says matte edge or matte color edges. I love this green. Oh my, that is so pretty. I really like this. And the backs are gorgeous. Look at these backs. That is so pretty. I really love that. All right, let's just take a look at the guidebook real quick. Because this guidebook, when I saw it on Tegan's channel, I was like, oh my goodness, that guidebook is really cool. And look at this art. For one, this is a really nice like quality in the book here. So it has an introduction, the creative process, the artwork, the cards, the interpretations, how I use the cards, final notes, and special thanks. I will read all of that later. And I know that there's a few walkthroughs out there already, but I was gonna open this box and unbox it for myself. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna film it. And if you haven't seen the unboxing, then, you know, let's go ahead and take a look together. This is what I loved about this guidebook. She puts her card that she created alongside the RWS. And she is showing you all of the corresponding elements that are within her card versus the RWS and pinpointing them by the numbers, which I really, really appreciate. I really like, because sometimes in these collage decks, or, you know, anything that isn't a clone, there is a big difference. I enjoy that because I enjoy the study of it, but sometimes I do like as well the idea that there's enough there that references it. Maybe we're just not taking time to notice it. Maybe we're in a hurry while working with this deck. So for that reason, I really like it, or I really like the idea of having this available, so that you can do a deeper study and really look into it and really dig into it with guidance. I think that's fantastic, because you know what I was just discussing in my yoga class this morning, like, yes, we'd like to be free, open, our mind available, listening and taking note and just being present, but that's not the way our brain works. Our brain is constantly jumping from one thing to the next. And for some people more than others, like, it is really hard to focus sometimes. So when you have things like this available that really pinpoint to you the differences and the similarities as our standard, then it's really, really nice. I think it's really helpful, because that's something that you would normally see like in a tarot reading book that tells you about the tarot and things to look at. So I don't know, I just thought it was cool. It also gives you some keywords. She has a little thing here. So here for the Fool, you hike up a ridge along a grassy trail. As you reach out for the flowers, you recognize they resemble a flower pattern on a robe that you've seen before. Inhaling deeply with your eyes closed, the brisk cold air quickly fills your lungs, and you pause, holding your breath. 1, 2, a sudden rustling noise snaps you back into reality. Out of nowhere, a woven knapsack lands in front of you and cracks open as the dog bounds over the cliff edge with white roses trailing behind. There isn't time to overthink and linger. Go. That is really cool. It's kind of like what I was talking about. Like, you can be in it and then all of a sudden, boom, something snaps you on your back. And I love that little, I love that. That is so cool. It says here, the first card of the deck, it's a big deal to make powerful first impressions on the reader when opening a deck for the first time. The impactful presence of the visuals sets the tone and expectations for the rest of the 77 cards. Just like that, this Fool, or just like that, the Fool, this is a fresh start. So that is really cool. So she understands, because that is so true. When you open a deck, and the first thing that you're looking at is a Fool for the most part. So you know, it's that first impressions type of thing, and I like it. Look at that. That's really cool. Now, I'm not going to go through each and every card and go through each and everything and read each and every reading, but I like where this is headed so far. So we're just going to go ahead and start looking at the cards one by one. And of course, I had to bring out some pairings. Tegan had some really nice pairings, and I brought out some that I have within my collection that I thought might work. And I'm a little curious because, of course, Coastal Curiosities will match, but I really love to mix and match and have things kind of work within my collection, like to have the old versus the new and meeting them and pairing them and working together and seeing how they develop a relationship together and a relationship with me as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this deck. Okay, listen guys, I was really involved, so I'm really sorry if I went a little slow there with the flip through, but I was really involved in taking in the collage art. This was created using digital collage art, and you know, as you can see, it's done beautifully. So this was not like, let me just throw this on here and put something in the back and I'm done. No, this is beautiful. But I did notice a few things. So let me just go ahead and start flipping through and talking. In the majors, I feel like there's a lot of like really identifying items within the majors that really helps you tie into the overall scheme of, or the idea of, the card that is in question that you're looking at. So I'm really excited about that, just to kind of dig in, and I really want to take a look and go through one by one and see the similarities that I see and how I identify them. So I'm probably gonna just open up a little booklet or make a document and just kind of document my work with this deck, because I'm very intrigued by it. So like I said, you can clearly identify for the most part in the majors, which, you know, if you didn't have the title on here, which card is which. If you look, you know, deeply enough at it, then you can kind of figure that out. So like here for the Hermit, there's the light and it's going into the depth, the darkness, you know, taking refuge, and there's the mushrooms and it's lighting the way. So there's always something here that I could tell that really identified with that particular card. Very smart. I really like what she did here. And I'm going to go ahead and just, well, I said I'm going to flip it through, but or flip ahead, but I'm really not. Death card was very interesting, and I'm very eager to dig into this. So, but this is where I became really perplexed. So these are the majors. Let me put off that to the side. And the ace. So the aces always seem to have like a clear indication. So here's the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, clear as day, right? And then here we have the Ace of Coins, clear as day. But then when you get into the minors, you're not witnessing this particular symbol throughout the minors until you get to the court cards, which I found very interesting. So here you would really have to kind of dig in to figure out, what am I looking at? What identifies this? How am I working with this? And that's where this guidebook is going to come in really handy, because as you can see, so here's the Two of Wands, and you can see all the identifying marks that she has there, which I think is really cool. So here's the globe for one with the RWS, the chameleons right up on top. He's holding the arrow, and then the water down below, just like here within the RWS. You have the landscape, which is familiar to your RWS, the lily and the rose. So those are identified here, which would usually be down here. And then the sky, which is there. So you're not going to see two wands within this. You will have symbolism within each card, but not like two arrows, four cups, that type of thing. So it is going to take some getting used to. I mean, the good thing is the name of the card is right here. But if you're looking to get into this deck and be quick about it and really understand all the symbolism, I think you might have to like roll it back a little bit and kind of study it a bit. From what I'm like here, of course you see that, so that's familiar. This card, when I saw it, the first thing I thought of was my dad, because my dad always had this really pretty lighter when he was younger, when I was a kid. And whenever I see a lighter like that, it always reminds me of my dad. So there's something, you know, for me that makes sense, that brings it in. And so now I'm going to have to look at the guidebook and really dig into where the symbolism is within this deck. So I kind of like it because I thought I hadn't really looked at it in detail on the Kickstarter, and I really didn't look in detail at the walkthrough. I was listening to her more than anything because, come on, if you've heard, when I say her, I'm talking about Tegan. If you've heard Tegan at Cosmic Creeper, I love to hear her talk. Seriously, she has a lovely voice. So I think I was listening to her more than watching the video because I would have remembered that the symbolism is kind of different yet the same. There we go. And then the 10 of Wands was really intriguing to me. I've got to look that one up real quick because that made me stop for just a moment. So here we are. We have a bag. The closed bag hides the overwhelming oh my God, I love this. I kind of do this 10 of Wands, people don't know, but it's like a 10 of Wands type meditation where, you know, what's in your bag? What can you release? How can we continue to walk through? You know, I kind of set it up where they're on a path and they're walking with this backpack and it's too heavy. Like, what can you get rid of and how can you handle this bag differently? So right here, she talks about that. The closed bag hides the overwhelming burdens and strains on the self. It creates mental and physical baggage. Open the bag and delegate tasks, goals, and responsibilities, overcommitting strains on the heart, mind, and body. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And I have to read about these spiked balls. A heavy weight causes unnecessary harm and a powerless defense. The taunting strength of the weapon causes difficulties in letting go. Oh my goodness. Talons. Instinctual and powerful energy grasp at and transport burdens with an awareness that freedom and new beginnings are only a loosened grip away. Know when to let go to protect oneself. You guys, you see? Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. She talks about the house in the background. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little house in the background. The house protects, secures, and offers privacy. Building and making the house a home requires all goals, efforts, and energies directed towards it, making it valuable to self and others. Taking a break and rest. Home is a mindset. This is beautiful. She goes on to talk about the thistle there, the earth and the sky. Oh, you guys. Okay. Reading that, you may not want the guidebook, but just looking at it so far, I can tell you, I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad I got the package because this explained things in a different way and ways that I can really relate to because I like turning these cards into meditations. I like using the tarot to help guide me to create and to come up with new ways to describe feelings, emotions, thoughts, things that we deal with in our daily basis. So like the minors are perfect for my everyday meditations. And I think this guidebook and these cards are really going to help open my eyes to other ways to discussing things of these nature, you know, of life. There's things that we're dealing with. These are absolutely stunning and I really, really want to dig into this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back together and I am not going to shuffle the deck. And you know what? I have to look real quick. What is the deal? What's different here? So she sent me two. I don't know if there was a problem. I'm going to have to like dig in and find out why there's two of these because they look exactly the same. What's going on? Is it the colors? Is one brighter than the other? I don't get it. So I'm gonna have to figure out what that's all about. And because I wasn't in the Kickstarter, there may have been a discussion about this that, you know, I'm just unaware of because I wasn't part of that conversation. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, cups. Let me see here. You guys, I've been scattered all day, just all day. could not keep my mind settled. 5 of Cups. Okay, I'm not seeing, artistically, I'm not seeing any differences. So I don't know why these were included. I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna have to figure that out, but until then I'll keep those separate so that I don't combine them in here, and then I'll have to search. All right, so you guys, it's my favorite time, pairing time, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the decks that I brought out. And of course I have to share with you, and of course this is a natural, right? Coastal Curiosities. You know what, when I went to order this deck, I did look for the mini. I was going to see how much the mini was, because I love mini decks, and I know I shouldn't really, especially at this time, I've got so much going on financially that I really shouldn't be buying many things of things that I already have. But oh my gosh, it would make a lovely little travel companion if I could get the Coastal Curiosities mini deck, but I don't need it. I don't need it. Stop it. Stop it right now. There we go. Okay, anyhow, it's not in the shop at the moment. I don't know if she's restocking or what the case is. I didn't see it there. So if you know anything about that, leave a little note for me in the comments, because I'm curious. Maybe not to a good point that I'm curious, because I'm probably going to want it, but I do want it, but I shouldn't get it. All right, let's just keep going. Obviously, this is a natural, right? This is so good. But I want to step away from the obvious so that I can try to find things within my collection that work. So when Tegan did her walkthrough, I'm going to leave her link below because she's just lovely. But she paired it up with one of the sister decks. This is the Mushroom Oracle. There's also the Seashell Oracle, and then there's the Flower Oracle. And when she was pairing up the Flower Oracle with this particular deck, oh my goodness, the colors were spot on. Like, it was a beautiful harmony within the overall deck. So I just have the Mushroom deck. I haven't ordered the other two, but I do like the Flower deck. I think the Flower deck is really pretty. This is the Mushroom. I guess it would work. But the Flower one looked really, really good. Another thing I noticed about this deck, and again, I wasn't exactly sure because I really didn't do a deep study on the deck beforehand, was that there's no people in here. And I like that there's no people in here. There's animals, there's structures, there's all those things, but no people. This is the Begin Oracle. If you're not familiar with the Begin Oracle, oh my goodness, you guys, this has an amazing, amazing guidebook. And this is one of the first decks that I thought of that would match the overall kind of energy. This one can get a little funky, and this one has a little bit more, even though it has a little bit of liveliness to it, it keeps a certain structure to me. I guess maybe the collage work, the way it's so finely done, it's amazing. But see, like this one has this crazy little alligator here. But I think that they'll work. And this one has such an amazing guidebook. And looking at this guidebook from this deck, I think that they would work together. See, like this. King of Cups and Temperance. Okay, but see how that would work together? We got the King of Cups, Be Here Now, and Temperance. So I think overall, check this out. Ace of Swords, Rebirth, and the Devil. They're really going to work together. I really like that. Okay, so that is the Begin Oracle, and I was excited for these two since forever because I just thought those are really going to go well together. Now, a no-brainer deck for me to pair up. And this deck is just like, this is such a hero in my collection, is the Narrative Alchemy Tarot by Chrissy Bentley. This, of course, will go so beautifully. And I love Chrissy's deck because you can use it as a tarot, an oracle, a chakra, for a certain amount of like this healing energy, Reiki energy that you can pull through while utilizing this deck. And I think the colors are beautiful. It meets the peculiar pathways exactly where it's at as far as the alignment. The colors. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm getting sillier and sillier. I have to tell you, I'm a little stressed. We're on countdown for my daughter to go to college, away to college, thousands of miles away, and I'm stressing. There's so much that I still need to get done, and guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. But this deck, I thought there's a certain amount of fineness within the peculiar pathways, and I thought that something to match that would be the Supra Oracle. So let's see if this works, guys. Okay. Oh, and I have it upside down. Hello. Okay, I like the overall art styles. I think that visually, I think that this is a really good pairing. This deck here, the Supra Oracle, you have to buy the guidebook separately, and it's a pretty pricey guidebook. It's like a $50 guidebook. I've never bought the guidebook because the one word and the visual that you get within the card is enough for me to form the meaning. And I think that the overall art, the line art, I believe that it's called. I don't know my art. But I think that it really looks well together. And I think that the energy overall would be really good. And I think it would be a really clean reading together. I like this. Actually, a little bit more than I thought I was gonna like it. I was kind of like, when I pulled it out. But now that it's sitting here in front of me, I really do like it. Okay, along those same lines, I'm gonna try this one. You guys tell me what you think. This is the Memento Mori. And I think this might work together as well. Now this is the Lenormand and an Oracle deck. I don't really read Lenormand. I just, again, take it at the picture and the keyword or the title of the card. I think because of the solid color, and then you have the black and white, which kind of matches that, and then the little pops of color that she's added in, I think it matches visually, artistically. I think it matches up with this. I think it'll work well. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's another winner. Okay, next one is and I like this deck. This is the Empty Cup, and this is an indie deck. But let's see. What do you think, guys? I don't know about these two. I like that this is a light background. It's white, and then the image kind of pops, so it kind of brings out all of the white within the tarot deck. Artistically, it could be a little better, maybe. Eight of Swords, Snake, and Ace of Wands. I don't know. I don't know. You guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of that one, because I'm not quite sure. And I thought, oh, wait a minute. There's a few like this. That looks kind of cool. Yep, that looks kind of cool. But I thought I was going to like that one a little bit more. And I don't know. It's just not, it's not doing it exactly. Okay, the next one that I thought of is the Sacred Creators. This one right here. It's an older deck, but again, those solid colors and really great titles within the cards. Very simple, so it kind of allows you to focus more within the art here. The Prosperity Sisters are Happiness and Joy, Page of Swords and Four of Wands. Okay, okay. So I think as far as the keywords are concerned here, or the title, and this, Knight of Swords changes and Five of Wands, I think that could work. Look at that. Okay. I haven't worked with this deck in a bit, and I'm like, why haven't you worked with it in a bit, Nat? Oh, look at this. Queen of Swords, Creative Air, and Six of Wands. I think that's really, really nice. Okay. So this is definitely an option. Will be on intention to believe, King of Swords and Seven of Wands. All right. That's an option. At first I was like, I don't know, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I think that the one that I really liked the most as a pairing was with the Supra. The Supra and the Memento Mori. I think those are the two that I really, really liked. And then if you check out Tegan's walkthrough and pairing, she paired it up with the sister deck of the Mushroom Oracle, which was the flower one. And I don't know what it's called, so I'm just calling it the flower one. But I really liked that pairing as well. So you might want to take a look at her video if you haven't already, because that one looked really good together. And then, guys, if you can think of something that this deck would pair up with, let me know. Because quite honestly, as I was pulling cards here and pulling decks, I kept thinking, I feel like I'm missing something extremely obvious and I'm just not able to pinpoint it. And I don't know if it's something that I feel like I have it here. I don't know if I do, but it may be one of those decks that I've seen so often on TarotTube that, and tell me if you do this or not, any of you, like you feel like you have the deck because you see it so often. It may be one of those kind of decks. Yeah, but here we go, guys. This is the Peculiar Pathways Tarot by Lennox Rees. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. From my heart to yours. I will see you later.